Hello Aries, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading for the first half of November from the 1st through the 15th. General reading as always, guys. It won't resonate with every single person, so please do take from it whatever makes sense for you and release what doesn't. If you're interested in your own personal private reading at this time, that info is down below in the description box. And as always, I will include a link to all of the decks and creators that you see here today, Aries. So what I have in front of me are actually three of my own self-created decks. The first is the Sugar and Spice Oracle. A little naughty, a little nice, and some of the messages can be a little bit challenging, so we'll take a look and see what you get. Heart and Soul Love Oracle right here in the middle, and then lastly my Heart Songs deck. So let me set these two aside and then we'll get started and see the direction that this goes for you, Aries. And as always, cross watchers, anyone else who's been guided to tune in, you're welcome to definitely choose from this reading whatever makes sense for you. All right, Aries, let's go. Let's see where this is going to take you. I don't really have any particular questions in mind, so I'm just going to allow the cards to really communicate what needs to come through here today. All right, so I'm guided to this one here. We have Cucumber. Okay, I'm a pretty cool, low-key person. I don't need much, really. I'm typically flexible and up for anything. I just need lots of your hugs, kisses, and affection. So this could certainly be what your person is wanting you to understand at this point in time between the two of you. You know, they're pretty low maintenance, low-key person, and all they really want is your love and affection, your hugs, your kisses, and that they are coming through as a very flexible person. Okay, so I mean, that's a good energy right there. This could be you as well if that resonates for yourself. Okay, Aries, so we'll add to that, of course, to see the direction that this is going to go for you for this particular reading here. All right, so let's go ahead and add from the Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. What is your second focus message here? All right, where am I guided? I'm drawn to this one here. Ooh, we've got Kismet, one of my favorite cards from this deck. You and I were two lost souls destined to meet in this lifetime. It doesn't matter how many wrong turns or choices we've made before we came into each other's lives. All that matters is that in the end we got it right. We found each other. Okay, so this is the type of energy that's coming through for you and your person. I mean, it's a beautiful card right there that you were destined to meet this person. It was a fated meeting in this lifetime. It didn't matter where you were before you came into this person's life and vice versa. You guys were truly meant to be, like meant to be as far as meeting and connecting in this lifetime. Okay, so of course that doesn't guarantee that you guys are going to live happily ever after. You know, it's just letting you know that you were destined to meet. So let's continue. Let's see what else. What song will be reflective off of the overall theme of this reading here for you, Aries? All right, so far we do know that they're a flexible person. They love your hugs, kisses, and affection. And they're pretty low key, and that you guys were destined to meet. All right, so let's grab this card here. We have Crazy Glue. Okay, so for those who don't know who Jessica Sanchez is, she was a contestant on American Idol some years back. She was really good, actually, and this is one of my favorite songs from her. So this particular song, Crazy Glue, here are the lyrics. No matter what, I don't ever want to lose you. If it's the last thing I do, I'll hold on to you like crazy glue. When I'm with you, I'm complete. You're like the last puzzle piece. Every day you always say to me, I'll be there. Even in the darkest moments, I'll be there forever. So what this is coming through, letting you know here, Aries, is that not to say that everything's been perfect between you and your person, because if it was, you wouldn't be watching this reading, you know? So what this is an indication here from this particular song is that no matter what you guys go through, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, that this person is going to stick it out with you. And if you're on the same page that you see forever with this person, you know, then perhaps you guys are truly meant to be in this lifetime as far as being together forever. So let's take a look and see, of course, if there are obstacles that are getting in the way of things going smoothly in the partnership. Okay, so let's start, and I don't know why I put this all the way over here, but this is the Twin Flame Untold Truths deck by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. And of course, you don't have to identify with a twin flame connection. That's just the name of the deck. So Aries, let's see what else we need to tap into here for this reading. So far, the focus messages look really good. But again, you would not be watching this reading if everything was just going along quite well and there were no challenges. So let's see. Let's see what's up. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries for this love and life reading, first half of November. Keep an open mind. Okay, so this could be part of what was challenging the relationship, especially if you were dealing with a partner who was just very closed-minded and they kind of had tunnel vision as to what it is that they wanted in the relationship. And maybe there were times when you guys butted heads and didn't see eye to eye. And then we've got worth it coming through here. This relationship definitely coming through, that whatever trials and tribulations you guys have gone through, that the experience has been worth it. This person made an impact in your life and you did upon them as well. We have hidden emotions, so perhaps when it comes to your person, they're not opening up their heart fully for some reason. You know, considering, of course, what you guys are going through right now. This could be you as well, Aries. You know, hidden emotions could be somebody who's guarding their heart. So the question is, why is that? And this next card might ultimately answer that. Player tendencies. Okay, so if somebody was being a player here, then they had perhaps a wandering eye and possibly third-party situations. And then we have sidetracked. Okay, so someone was sidetracked perhaps by other people. Player tendencies, sidetracked for me as somebody who had issues with being faithful in a partnership. So this might ultimately be addressing why you guys are having issues or not together right now. The next two cards are very interesting as well. Taking it seriously, okay, followed by keep the faith in us. So what I'm picking up from this, Aries, is that if you were dealing with a player and they tended to kind of wander outside of the relationship, or were just not the type to commit or settle down at that point, even though they feel this strong connection with you. Some of you guys have dealt with this where you were dealing with a player, they got sidetracked by other people. But what's presenting itself here is that ultimately they see you as the one that they want to be with. They're ready to take things seriously now. You know, if they were a player before, they weren't taking things seriously. They are now, and they're wanting you to restore your faith in the connection, which is a little bit challenging sometimes when we're dealing with someone that has broken our trust. But that card clearly says, keep the faith in us. So if you can find that in your heart to give this person another opportunity to make amends, especially if they were unfaithful to you, Aries, then perhaps you guys can work this out. You know, going back to the song, Crazy Glue, no matter what, I don't ever want to lose you. Okay, so it really depends on where you're at in your heart, especially being on the other end of having to deal with pain and betrayal and deception in a partnership. That's not easy. And look at this last card here, deserves a second chance. Okay, so this relationship is coming through, Aries, that it does deserve a second chance here. If you're open to that, of course, because a second chance can be presented to you, but you know, if you're not feeling the same way, if you're not ready to let this person back into your heart, into your life, then that's all it is an opportunity perhaps that you end up not taking, but it might present itself to you. So let's add to this, guys, with some messages from the Arrows of Love. This is a deck by Mystic Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. In love and life for the first half of November. All right, what else do we need to know here? So it's worth it to give this a second chance. And, you know, regardless of obviously something difficult that's happened here between the two of you by way of infidelities, third parties, betrayals, deception, the angels are directing you, your angel guides, to possibly keep an open mind towards a reconciliation here, especially if your person is now ready to take things seriously. But that is ultimately up to you, Aries, okay? Party of one for now, so clarification that you guys are not together, okay? And also what I'm feeling is that whoever was being a player here, that situation ended up not working out, and now they're alone, and now they regret it, and ultimately realize that they want to be with you. We've got heart on the line, okay? So your person, Aries, is willing to take the risk, is willing to put their heart on the line to see where this is going to go with you. Look at the next card available, you see? So what I'm picking up here really is that whoever entered into a third-party situation, whoever stepped out on the relationship, whoever did the cheating, that situation fizzled. It did not work out, and they're now coming through that they're available to come back towards you, Aries. That is, if you're open to it, because you might be watching this reading and saying, you know what, they hurt me, they betrayed me, they stabbed me in the back, I'm not interested in this person, which is certainly your choice. No one would ever fault you for that because of what this person has done to you. I'm just letting you know here that the possibility of a second chance, an opportunity for this person to come back, might present itself, okay? And it's interesting that this is the next card. It says farewell, falling right below player tendencies. So a couple of interpretations here. Whoever was a player said farewell to that situation, or for some of you guys, you said farewell to your player because they were being a player. They were cheating on you. They were unfaithful. So you said goodbye to this person. We have trials of love, lessons. Yes, there were lessons here, you know, and it's interesting how it's falling right below sidetracked. They were sidetracked by other people. They didn't realize how valuable the relationship was between the two of you. Possibly taking it for granted or not really appreciating it for what it was at the time. So they had to learn whatever lessons needed to be learned in order for them to realize that they want to be with you. But yeah, clearly there was interference here from outside interferences, other people, other influences. I feel at the end of the day, Aries, that if you were dealing with a player, which is what's clearly coming through here, and then this next card is leather, lust-bound, it could have just all been for sex, just the physical connection and nothing more. And it didn't really offer them anything solid, you know, it was just superficial. With you, they have it all, you know, those wonderful intimate moments, the sexual chemistry, but the love is there too. And they weren't getting it from third-party situations. And look at this. We've got partnership, which is falling right below deserves a second chance. And lastly, love line revived. Okay? So they want to revive this partnership. They want to bring it back. They definitely want to come back to you. That's what's presenting itself here, Aries. Okay, so let's grab some tarot to clarify some of this stuff. So we're going to use my Tarot Teacher. This is a deck that I created for those interested in learning how to read tarot for yourselves. And for those who are unfamiliar, it contains upright and reversed meanings, so it really takes the guessing game out of reading tarot. If that is something you're interested in, I have provided that link down below, guys, as well as all of the other creators you see here. So let's see, Aries, how this is all going to go. What's coming through here from your person is that they want to revive this. They're letting you know now they're available to come to you. They don't want to be a party of one. They realize that they messed up by allowing other people to interfere in the connection. You know, but I feel for some of you, especially my feminines, that you're kind of done with this player and you said farewell. But there are those, if you, yes, you said goodbye to this person because of the cheating, but, you know, you still love them and perhaps you would be willing to give this person a second chance. So let's add some tarot, okay? And my feminines, you're coming through as the Queen of Wands. Wands, of course, is fire energy. Aries, you are a fire sign. This can include Leo and Sagittarius too. So you know that you're confident. You're standing in a space of confidence right now. No matter how this all plays out, you know you're going to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. The Queen of Wands is someone who's very passionate, very sexy, very attractive. Can have a bit of a hot temper. You know, maybe you let your masculine know that you're not going to be putting up with those player tendencies and that you're okay being independent. You're not sitting at home waiting for them to come back. You know, this Queen of Wands is a social butterfly here. So my feminines, Aries, if you resonate with the energy of that queen, that's you. Four of Swords, picking up off of air. Okay, so some of you guys might be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Fears, anxieties, stressed out, someone who's feeling overwhelmed. This could be the masculine right here, feeling mentally overloaded, needing some time to figure things out, you know. So this is a card of rest. It's a card of relaxation, of getting out of the way of chaos, to just be able to still your mind and figure things out. It's all about introspection. It's recuperation time, really, for both of you. To just take a step back, go to your neutral corners and try to figure things out. And then we've got the 10 of Wands here. Again, more of your own fire energy, Aries. And so what I feel, especially for you guys, is that you've laid down the heavy burdens attached to this experience. You let it go. You know, you didn't want to be stressed out anymore. It burnt you out. And it's interesting because the 10 of Wands is somebody who was taken for granted. And I feel that was an issue here for you and your person. So you were done carrying those burdens. So you laid it down. And so now it's up to your person to deal with their own burdens and address it and lay it down when they're ready. And then we've got, this is interesting. We've got the King of Cups. Okay, so that's water. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And then we've got the King of Swords. So we've got more air coming through here. 2 kings right next to each other. And we've got a queen. So for some of you, as I mentioned, third-party situations. But what I'm also feeling for some of my feminines is that if your masculine, for example, was a player and they can't get their act together, what's presenting itself here is that you could also have other romantic prospects that are going to be coming in. The King of Cups is someone who's very caring and loving, someone who's very strong, calm, and compassionate, emotionally balanced individual, very affectionate, somebody who could be a very good husband or father figure in your life, you know. And then you've got the King of Swords right next to it, someone who is all about routine, very rational minded, very intelligent, a man of authority, a father figure, you know. So you've got choices in love and romance if your person was a player and if they can't seem to create any sort of action towards you. Again, you are a social butterfly. You're not waiting for this to happen. If it happens, it happens. Great. You will be given the opportunity for a second chance, but at the same time, it might be too late, you know, by the time they reach out to you, since you might be entertaining other people, which is certainly your option, you know. So it really depends on how this is all going to unfold. But yeah, outside interference, that needs to be addressed for sure. That is for sure. And then we've got the Nine of Pentacles here. Okay, so this is a card of being solo. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who's independent. And so maybe for some of you guys, you're enjoying your independence. You know, we do have party of one, and some of you guys, you're okay with that, especially if you have detached from somebody who was a player. You took control of your life. You took control of the situation by getting out of it. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who's self-sufficient, financially independent. You know, you don't need this person to support you. You can do that all on your own. The Nine of Pentacles is an energy of abundance, luxury, rewards, you know, success, freedom from situations that you no longer want to be in. Now, this is interesting. We've got the Emperor. Okay, this is Aries energy right here from the Emperor. So divine masculine is the Emperor right here. So for those of you who resonate with the masculine energy of the Emperor, and this is your very own energy, Aries, you are in control of your life, the situation. This is fatherhood again. So I really feel that's popped up 3 times already. So you guys could have had children together, or you guys have talked about having a family someday. But this divine masculine, I feel, is ready to establish something solid with the feminine here. No more messing around, no more third parties, no more player tendencies. This is somebody who's ready to settle down. That's what I'm picking up, Aries, okay? And this, again, is your own energy. And then we've got the Strength card, which is picking up off of Leo specifically. It's all about bravery and courage, compassion, having that inner strength, tapping into that inner strength. And it's also very important to have patience. Don't do anything hasty. Tap into your confidence to know that how things are working out is how it's meant to work out. And sometimes we don't realize how strong we are, you know. And the only way to determine that is going through something really painful and difficult. And certainly experiencing heartbreak and infidelity and cheating, betrayal in a relationship, that's really devastating. An experience to go through, you know. So what I feel here, Aries, is that this experience has really tested your strength to see how strong you are in situations such as this. And then we've got the Page of Swords here. Okay, so what I'm picking up from this is that your person, they're just really curious as to where you're at. They could be very restless at this point in time. They know that they need to have patience here to see where you're at, to see if you're even open to reviving this partnership. They want so badly to reach out. They want new communication here between the two of you. The Page of Swords too can represent petty gossip, you know, and if there were third-party situations here, outside interference from other people, you know, your friends, your family may have been gossiping about the whole situation, and that's not what you're wanting here. You want to veer away from that. And I feel some of you guys did say farewell. You did detach, you know. So if your person wants to be with you, then they're going to have to really make amends here for their actions. We've got the Six of Wands, which is really good, Aries, because this is more of your own energy. This is very successful, very victorious vibes right here, restoring your self-confidence. Things ultimately can work out between you and your person. And then the Three of Pentacles is all about teamwork and collaboration right here. Learning lessons, which we already know. Trials of love, it's right there. So 50-50, you know, that's what it boils down to. Two people putting in the same amount of effort into a relationship to make it work. Building something beautiful and valuable in this partnership. Because that's the only way it's going to work, is if both of you guys are putting in equal effort to make this work. Collaboration and teamwork, that's what it's all about. And lastly, look at this. We've got the Empress showing up now, okay? So there you go. There's your counterpart. You guys are a perfect match. Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine showing up in this reading, Aries. So what I'm feeling here is, despite the troubles that you guys have had, there's a really good chance here that you guys can find your way back into each other's lives. Because the Empress represents the Divine Feminine, a mother figure. So yeah, some of you guys, you have children together. There was a family that was involved here, and with someone who was sidetracked and created third parties and player tendencies and infidelities and cheating and betrayals in the partnership. This affected not just the two of you, but for those of you who have children and families, they were affected as well. So in order to fix this, you guys have to work together. There's no way around it. But it does appear that you guys can be quite successful in fixing the relationship, as long as you both put in the same amount of work, so that it doesn't create an imbalance if one person's putting in more work than the other. At the end of the day, you both have to want this as much. You both have to want it the same amount, you know? All right, guys. So let's add to this with the Pining Rose Love Oracle. This is by Calico Moon. Let's see what else we can tap into here, Aries. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries for the first half of November in love and life. So close. They miss those intimate moments with you. Okay. They could also be checking you out on social media. They're spying on you right now. So they know that they are at a distance from you, but that's not stopping them from really keeping tabs on you. We have yes right here. Okay. Yes, they want to revive this. Yes, they want you in their life. Yes, they want to come back. Look at this. I'm sorry. Okay. They're coming through with an apology here, Aries. We do have a ring right here, so that could be a wedding band for some of you. It could be a promise ring, a friendship ring, an engagement ring, whatever it is. A ring that somebody took off when you guys broke up, when you went your separate ways. But clearly, somebody is coming through here, Aries, with an apology. We do have a stalemate here for some of you guys, so there's not a whole lot of movement going on, which might not really be a bad thing, because remember, we ended up getting the Four of Swords, okay, which is recuperation time, a resting period, you know, so maybe you guys just aren't ready to create movement, which is okay, just needing solitude to figure things out, to be able to fix the damage here that was caused, especially, again, whoever is representing the player here. We have you are my light. We've got two flames here, okay, which could be twin flame representation for some of you. You represent the illuminated energy, the light in a very dark situation. Yes, you guys have shared a history together. For some of you, that history stems back as far as previous lifetimes. The chemistry, crazy intense, and they still want you. See, be mine. And no doubt they've got regrets over actions that they have taken that ruined the relationship. They regret it. They truly do. Okay. So that's what's representing itself in the situation, Aries, between you and your person. It really does appear that they want to be a part of your life still. and they're willing to put in the work to address the trust issues, the infidelities, the secrets, the betrayal, the lies, all of it. They're willing to put in the work to fix this. That's what's coming through. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some dialogue here. Let's start things off with dialogue from the Divine Masculine here. This is my self-created deck. It's called the X Oracle. So let's take a look and see, focusing on the Divine Masculine, what it is that this masculine would want to say to the feminine at this point in time. Take, as always, whichever one of these messages most resonates. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries in love and life, first half of November. All right, masculines, what do you want to say? What? Look at this. Look at this. 2 yeses. Okay. It's like, yes, let's fix this. Yes, I want to come back. Yes, I love you. Yes, you're the one. Okay. Very interesting. A part of me died when you walked away from me. And maybe my feminines, you needed to know this, that they were highly affected by the distance and separation when you walked away, when you said farewell. Okay? That farewell card right there. Which is interesting because, you know, we've got high heels right there, which is very feminine in energy, of course, and we're focusing on the Divine Masculine here. A part of me died when you walked away from me. So this is clarification. For some of you guys, it's the feminine who walked away from a cheating masculine. The next message, I listen to old voice messages you've left me when the silence becomes unbearable. What I'd give to have you here to talk to. I miss you so damn much. They do. They miss your voice, feminines. They want to talk to you. And maybe for some of you guys, you're giving your masculine the silent treatment. Next message. Sometimes I look at my phone hoping to see a text from you. You see? That's presenting itself here. Roses are red, violets are blue. You are my best friend. I am your best friend too. Let's not give up on a love that is true. Wow. So this masculine really is wanting to fix this partnership and bring it back. You know, let's not give up on us. Let's not give up on this love that's true, a true love. Okay, let's grab a couple more. Is it too late for us? So my feminines, you know, you're the only one that can answer that question. Is it too late? For some of you, I don't think so. I think there's a chance that you guys could work through this. You know, it deserves a second chance that's coming through here. And last card, please come back to me. Okay, so all of these messages from the Divine Masculine, letting the feminine know, it's like, I want this. Yes, I want this. You know, is it too late for us? A part of me died when you walked away from me. I miss you so damn much. Those are all of the messages coming through from the Divine Masculine. Okay, so let's now go ahead and grab some messages from the 5D Love Messages deck. This is by Calico Moon, focusing on the Divine Feminine now. So feminines, what is your response to all this? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries in love and life for the first half of November. All right, feminines, you're on. What is it that you would like to say to your masculine? What is it? I'm keeping tabs on you, okay? We already have the spy card here. And it is interesting because we do have a female figure in that photo. So some of you, my feminines, you are keeping tabs on your masculine, possibly on social media, possibly looking to see, you know, are they still with somebody else? Are they still with a third party? Etc., etc. We have, I am under too much pressure right now. Okay, so my feminines, some of you are feeling the pressure, perhaps to make a decision, trying to figure out if this is worth a second chance, trying to go back to it. So whatever these pressures are, it's really important that you take advantage of the Four of Swords, because it relieves the pressure, because we already know the fears, the anxieties, feeling overwhelmed. That is all a part of the energy of the Four of Swords. But by taking that much needed break and recuperation time, it actually alleviates all that. I will come back for you. Okay? So even though you said goodbye, my feminines, there's a part of you that definitely wants to come back to the masculine. I keep replaying what you said. Okay, so whatever this masculine said to you, perhaps the last time you guys spoke, it's something that you haven't forgotten about. It definitely made an impact. Whether that's good or bad, whether you're hearing things that they said that was hurtful, or something that they said that really helped you heal. All right, let's grab one or two more. Let's see. I am constantly wondering what you are up to, and maybe that's why some of you guys are keeping tabs on the masculine. I miss our conversations. Okay? You both miss each other, really. You both miss talking to each other. So you're missing the conversations, my feminines, and then you've got a masculine who's listening to old voice messages that you've left, especially when they're missing you. And bottom of the deck, look at this. From the divine feminine to the masculine, I'm feeling a magnetic pull towards you. You see? You guys are like two magnets that still feel so drawn to each other. And so I feel, given some time, a second chance will present itself. It could be the masculine who reaches out. I mean, it could be anyone. It could be either of you. That's what's coming through here. Okay, so let's add to this with some additional guidance from the Divine Love Affirmations deck. This is a deck by my soul sister, Angelic Revelation 144. So let's add to this, Aries. We'll grab a few messages from this deck before we wrap things up. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. But yeah, you guys were destined to meet in this lifetime. Yes, you have hit a bit of a rough patch, but you could also be destined to come back together. They need your hugs, kisses, and affection, as clearly stated right there from the very beginning. Angels and spirit guides, please. Okay, this does not belong here, but it came through. I didn't realize I grabbed a totally separate deck. This is from a deck by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. It was in this deck, so let's read it. This is the Sacred Ancient Wisdom Oracle. Wasn't supposed to be there. So it says Scarab, restoration of life, transformation. That's interesting, right? Considering this relationship could have really fizzled and no longer had any life to it. So restoration, transformation, revived, okay? Love lines. So it kind of goes together that this is a relationship that can be revived and come back to life. All right, so let's grab one from this deck here. I am devoted to my divine partner. I am reliable. When I say I will do something, I keep my promise and I honor my sacred vows. This is really important here, Aries, considering there were trust issues in the relationship. So I feel that that's crucial in order to heal the damage that was done by infidelities, cheating, lies, and deception. Okay, let's see what else. Yeah, there are no accidents, you know, the way I see it in readings. I mean, I didn't realize that that card was in there, but it's a very fitting message for this reading. All right, what do we have? I am love itself. I do not have to look outside of myself for validation. I show myself unconditional love and compassion. I forgive myself for any mistakes and take only the lessons learned to set myself free. And I feel, it's easy for us to blame people when they've done wrong in a relationship because we tend to get really angry when, we've been hurt. But what's coming through here from your person, I feel, Aries, is that they're working on forgiving the parts of themselves that they know made mistakes here, and they're working on that not only for themselves, but really for the betterment of the relationship. That's what I'm getting from that. They have to learn to love themselves. Next card. I allow myself to be open, to receive love and commit fully to a relationship. I knock down my walls and barriers to receiving love so I can feel free and love and be loved unconditionally. Very important. I feel these messages are crucial for this situation. Somebody that definitely needs to know that if they're wanting this to last, to be able to build a solid foundation here, then yes, they have to be fully committed to the relationship, to the partnership. And this is so fitting, this next message. I take ownership for how I make my divine partner feel. I do my part to repair any hurt I may have caused. Yes, very important, guys, especially whoever did the hurting. They're now taking responsibility. They're taking ownership for their actions and how they ended up hurting you, more than likely, Aries. If it's reversed for your situation, then absolutely interpret it that way. And I love this message for some of you guys. I know you'll be able to relate to this. I don't compromise who I am. I am aligned with myself. I won't settle for less than I deserve. And you shouldn't have to. You're putting yourself first on your priority list. And lastly, I honor my eternal, spiritual, and physical vows with my divine partner. Which is really nice to see. Because if you guys are going to make this work, they definitely have to honor that part of the relationship. Commitment, honesty, all in, not one foot out the door, not having to deal with other people outside of the relationship. So I feel it's quite fitting based off of what's presented itself here. All right, guys, so let's close this out with some final guidance from, I've got so many decks here. This is the Twin Flame Current Vibes deck by Sister Moon Tarot. And again, you don't have to identify with a twin flame connection. That is just the name of the deck. So Aries, some final messages to close out this reading, to wrap it all up. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries in love and life for the first half of November. We have karmic tie-up. I have to stay with them because there is still karma here. Okay, so for some of you guys, this is a part of the struggle and why there is a stalemate here that did present itself earlier. Okay, because of the third parties, because they ended up getting with somebody else, and that there are karmic lessons that need to be learned there. And so this continues for some of you for now. Okay, trials of love, lessons. The next message is transparency. I just want you to be open and honest with me. I want to be open and honest with you. And this is exactly what's needed in order for the relationship to work. Open and honest discussions. No more deception. No more player tendencies. No more having to worry about the direction that your relationship is going to go. You just have faith in it. And know that you're dealing with somebody that will have your back for the rest of your life. and we have future coming through. I still see a future with us. They still see a future truly with you, Aries. And if you are willing to give your person another chance, and if you still see a future with them as well, the opportunity, it appears, will present itself all in due time. There are those of you, as clearly indicated here, that your person is still with somebody else, and maybe that's why you're keeping tabs on them. So that could apply to my feminines. If you're keeping tabs on a masculine that hasn't contacted you, it's because they're still with this karmic. And there are still lessons that your person has to learn. You know, so for now, some of you guys have to remain a party of one. But eventually, I feel for the majority that things can ultimately work out here. And you will be given a second chance with your person. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Aries. Hopefully whatever part of this resonated with you, that it helped you out at this point in time. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below. That's it for now, guys. Thank you so very much, and I'll see you real soon. Take care.